everybody.
Hello, hello.
Night at the Museum, episode 148. So if you've made it this far, well, you have no life like we do. So we welcome you back. But so tonight we have some good guests on from the great state of Kentucky. I have no bias there. But these guys have been playing paintball since the earlier 2000s and been around to some bigger events, scenario paintball events, and around the country. Had some teams, and they've got some stories. And Bill's having a great hair day, so that's it's there for everybody's enjoyment, really, just to prove he still has hair. And so let's see here. We've got Danny Clark watching. And Luke Edsel. He knows those guys. So that's great. So I guess without further ado, we'll bring on these highly anticipated guests. We got Brad and Tim, a.k.a. Chippy. How you guys doing?
Hey, guys.
How's it going?
Good. So I think we may have played together point in time because we were both down in the hills of Kentucky at some point, so we may have run into each other inadvertently and not remembered.
Yeah, probably.
But or at D-Day, Bill may have run into you at D-Day because you guys were out there quite a bit.
Well, you had told me about Bill earlier, and I felt kind of bad, but the main thing I can remember about D-Day is when you got shot, it was usually about 75 shots, but we were there in 06 and 07. We were actually on your side there, Bill.
Yep. That's one of my patches. That's awesome.
Yeah, I got both of them here.
Yeah,
I got a stack of patches here from a few things we've been to and around.
And so that was so you guys. Let's start at the beginning. About what year did you guys start getting involved in paintball? You guys had sent me some pictures that I'll throw in here in just a minute. So that looks like you guys were a little younger back then.
Yeah, for sure. More hair for sure.
I still got hair.
Oh, good. See, one of you is still using Rogaine. He didn't use the Rogaine.
He lost his hair on his legs.
I'm thinking that Chippy's probably the higher stress one here because you made Brad's hair fall out, I guess, from all the stress. And
that's probably accurate there.
He wouldn't stay in the fort, man. He wouldn't do what I told him to do in the woods,
I got ADHD or something, man. I gotta go. I can't stay still.
Yeah, I understand. So when did you guys get started, and how did that happen? And then I think I'm pretty sure you guys got involved with a paintball team or created a team, and then moved on from there. So how did that all start out?
I guess kind of got started around 03 and 04 maybe. Some Talon pumps and 2 pair of coveralls and safety glasses.
Safety first.
Yeah, it moved up from there, and there's just not a whole lot here as far as things to do, or so there's a lot of people around us when we was in school always getting in trouble, and my mother, she had foster kids and she took care of them, so we always had foster kids and was always looking for something to do, and we was like, well, let's just play paintball. Chippy and I was best friends anyway. And we started a group here. It was RPG Extreme Paintball, and that stood for the Rockcastle Paintball Group.
Yeah.
When it started out, it blew up. Like every time we played, there was 15, 20 people, and we was teaching kids clinics and keeping them out of trouble. There's a lot of foster kids and stuff in this videos, but that's a little Chippy there.
Yeah. Back when I was young and dumb. Now I'm old and dumb.
But we started the group for just to keep some people out of trouble and for us to have fun, I don't know. We ran into this old guy one time at the hobby shop. His name's Tim Gullett, and his name was Tool Man.
Yeah.
You know, he always had all the paint, and he just liked to throw paint. And he's like, "You guys got to come up and try and play with us." You know, we've been playing the SPPL, and if y'all get beat, you know, don't worry about it. We're a little better, and kind of cocky to an extent. That's him standing there on the right with the vest, and yeah, that's the Tool Man there.
Yeah.
But he's a little cocky, and I told Chippy, I said, "Dude, let's just let's put some guys together and go up here and play against this team in Frankfurt."
Yeah.
Well, they had the team was Firestorm. Well, we went up and played them and absolutely destroyed them.
Yeah.
And they was like, "Man, we gotta have you guys. We gotta have you guys." So it was like, "Well, we'll pick up and play with you." You know, we was interested in the SPPL, and we were just getting into the spec ops stuff at the time.
Yeah.
But we ran with those guys for I don't know, maybe a year or something like that.
Yeah.
And I guess we got tired of traveling, or going up there for practice and stuff. And we started our own team, and that was Black Ops, Tactical Assault.
Okay.
And we become a sister team to them, and it finally got to where they had stopped playing, but we were going and playing with full plastic jacket. We were going to Tennessee and playing. I mean, we were just going everywhere. We kind of jumped into the SPPL stuff, and you know, that was a pretty good time there for a while.
Yeah. So, what was your first SPPL tournament?
And D-Day, 06 and 07.
Okay. And then, did you guys ever make it to any, I guess, any East Coast games, like scenario games or big games?
We didn't get too far out of the state team-wise.
Yeah.
Oklahoma was the farthest that I went. I was starting a family at this age here, so it's kind of hard for me to start traveling. My wife now, she was pregnant with my first child at this point.
Yeah.
But okay. Brad here, he went to D-Day, we went to D-Day, then he had gone to Utah to a elite weekend a couple months after we got back. What, about a month or two after we got back?
It was the same month.
The same month?
Yeah, I got home. We got home from D-Day, and I had to pack my stuff, and I got on a plane and left right back out for elite weekend.
Okay. SPPL was the 15-man 3-flag series, right? Says Dennis Murphy.
It was awesome. They should bring it back.
I don't think it was 15 man though.
I thought it was 10, but
10.
Yeah. I watched it, but I don't remember. I don't remember the details, but I was at D-Day watching it.
You know, we the format and the style, you know, pulling flags and maintaining flags and just the whole format of it that's what we were all about. We loved the woods, you know, and the team that we kind of started with, they had broke up, and a few of those guys started talking with us, and they called it the hybrid theory.
Yeah.
But what it was taking the agility and speed and essentially the lightweight of speedball and putting it in the woods. We were essentially doing that anyway, but we kind of adopted that style, and man, we just took off from there. You know, we went to pod packs and camelbacks and a walkie-talkie.
Yeah,
and it was great. You know,
walkie-talkies never lasted long for me. I'd always lose them.
Stupid. Where's Chippy at?
It's that ADHD.
Yeah. Oh, look, there's a squirrel.
In those pictures, you'll see a few guys that's got some like the Spec Ops shirts and stuff there.
Yeah.
That was one of our requirements with the team. We weren't cool enough to have any major name brand sponsors.
Yeah.
So we required the guys to
My baby's right there.
the eye on it. I didn't like the minis, man. But we required the guys to get those Spec Ops pants and those jerseys, and that's what we wore, and also the events masks. We were all unison. Most of those pictures there was tryout day. We were picking up some new players and stuff, and kind of going over different things. And it was fun. There's a lot of foster kids in the group, and the whole idea of the group was just to keep some kids out of trouble and have some fun.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
Okay, so if we go back in time again, what was your guys' first equipment setup? So you guys start with Tippmans or Spiders, or did you go straight to the Mini?
No, my first gun I got for Christmas, man, it was an Eagle Talon, and I used that thing. And Brad invited me one day out to play, and just so happened that year I'd got them guns for Christmas. I was like, all right, man, I'll come out and play. I ain't never done it. So we go out there down to this field, and we're playing. Man, the first time I get shot was right in my nipple. And I was like, oh my God, dude. I went out and bought me chest protectors and gloves and everything and neck protector. And I never even wore them. But I'm sensitive, man. It hurt bad.
He had just started a factory here.
Yeah.
He spent his whole check on paintball gear.
Yeah, I went and bought my iron. I bought me a hopper and bought me a pod pack and a tank. Spent my whole I might have had $20 left on my first paycheck. Working at a pretty good factory around us here. But I was like, man, I was hooked after the first stepping on the field. I was hooked, man.
I was, I'd had some Talons pumps, but my first real setup was my A5 with a flatline.
Okay.
And I try to get them to play with it all the time. So, man, you need to bring that A5 out, bro. Ain't nothing sounds better than an A5 with a flatline barrel in the woods.
I hear you. I'm a tip enthusiast myself, but let's see here. We got Tim Schloss, who created Tiger Strike Paintball, watching this evening.
All right.
And Danny Clark. I beg to differ on the trouble perspective.
That's one of our guys there. Oh, Danny, man. He's a good one. He's one of the good ones. We started playing speedball, man, and tell you what, old Danny, you got him in the back. You ain't got to worry about nobody coming up on you.
Yeah.
I mentioned that hybrid theory there that some of these other guys had come up with and was talking to us about it. And it had progressed, and it had got to the point that we were playing scenarios or we were playing speedball tournaments, and some of us were even branching off and playing pump tournaments. Like, we were just everywhere, you know. We'd enter tournaments, and we'd be like Gravy and Biscuits and Black Ops, or Black Ops 1 and 2, or, there was so many of us.
Yeah. You got to thank my wife for all these pictures in this slideshow.
Yeah.
This was the real deal, man, then.
Yeah, we thought it was cool.
Yeah.
You were.
Little did you know that spending your whole paycheck in one sitting there at the paintball shop was probably the last time it happened.
3 kids and
I had some about grown and ended up having another one. I got a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, and one that's 1.5.
Well, you almost made it.
Yeah.
That's what I told him. I was like, dude, you started all over. Had your kids grown. So in these pictures right here, this is on Harry Wise Road in Lawrenceburg. That was the sinkhole.
Okay.
And man, it was so fun. We played up there once or twice a month, and there was always 40 guys or something coming
Yeah.
out.
Always a big crowd. Great people, man.
Yeah. Yeah. And you guys, I'd made it out to the, I'll pronounce this wrong again, Rollin paintball.
Rowan Wars.
Rollin Wars. Yep. I'd made it out to a few of those guys, the junkyard and the rock quarry.
Yeah. The junkyard was amazing.
They won't admit to it, but we owned that junkyard, man.
Yeah. That's probably the worst I've ever been shot was up there.
I just I remember there was a fire truck and they would get in the cabinets and then you'd walk by and you just hear a squeak and then somebody light you up on your back and then you hear the squeak honk and they close the door again. You'd be like, I don't know what just happened. Some hermit popped out of a cabinet and shot me. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to get one of those cabinets. So, you get up there and you're mowing that fire truck down and you get them out. And I'm like, all right, I'm getting in the cabinet. And then you get in the cabinet and you're like, there's bees in here, but that's okay. And so then you're popping back out to get them, right? And they walk by and you're like, oh, I got them now and I'm going to shoot them. And then there was that like elevator or something that was over top of the field that I guess was like a conveyor belt or something.
Yeah.
And somebody was sure enough on top of that, light me up before I even got to use it. And I'm like, these people are ninjas. They keep popping out of the woods.
Do you remember the cliff sides that were out there in the junkyard?
I do.
There's a big bus sitting on one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I walked around that bus, and I was from me to him. This dude shot me with a flatline barrel on my inner thigh, and like this. And to this day, when it's cold, I get 2 rings on my inner thigh like that.
I had a flat line, and I was shooting those guys, and it felt like they was a mile away up there on that cliff.
Yeah. Luke says, I love it when you read out comments and you can see Chippy smirk.
Yeah.
This is a little bit new. We've never done this, but I mean these were some of the most fun that we'd ever had. We're grateful for the opportunity to get on here and kind of keep the older way of things going, and we appreciate you guys for having us.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming on. We like talking. What do you got there, Bill?
A package from Joke Man.
You got a package from Joke Man? I did too.
What? Yep. Woohoo!
Joke Man is one of the owners of Allen Paintball Products, APP.
Yeah, y'all got friends in high places.
Well, Bill's just been around since they were all assimilated. So I assume Bill was probably just like a donor to make them happen at this point.
No.
No.
But they were one of the first companies though that sponsored our 68 caliber Santas. Which was a branch off of Toys for Tots.
Awesome.
Nice.
Danny Clark wants to know, Brad, where was Thorn at?
The Thorn. So up there at Lawrenceburg, that sinkhole we were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't really know what they were. They were we called them Jesus thorns. They were.
Yeah.
Black locust.
Well, they were wrapped around the trees and they were bad. That's just all it
They're
is.
usually red too.
Yeah.
Red with blood.
Yeah.
I'd got one in my arm, like right here, and I mean that sucker was touching the bone, and they held me down and pulled that thing out.
There was like 4 of us holding him down while he squeezed it out, and he was crying like a baby.
I was, dude. It was bad. It was bad.
There's a toxin on those, so you might not feel it, but then after a while it kind of gets nummy, and then it's no good. Yeah.
It was bad. It come out. It was that long, man.
They're huge.
I probably would have cried too.
It was rough.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill, you know something funny that I was thinking about, and I talked with Kenny a little bit about this, but we were all excited, and this was 07 when we was up there. We were all excited about D-Day, and we had a group up there, and we were pretty much an insurance package is what we was. nobody can flank. Nobody, that's what we want you guys to do. Your group.
Yep.
And here we had traveled for a month to get out there, and the first firefight that we ran into was the guys from Round Platoon.
Yeah.
John Cooley and some of those guys. And I was like, we drove for 3 days to get here and get in a firefight with you guys. Of all the people, 4,019 people, we get in a firefight with you. JC shot me out.
Yeah.
Back to the bus, get respawn.
And our respawn, man, I felt like it was 10 miles away.
Yeah.
That was
drive-
like 100 degrees.
Yeah, you drive 15, 16 hours to get there. You check into your hotel and go straight to up there, start playing. You play all night. You come back. You don't even take a bath or nothing. You get in a hot tub to clean off.
Hot tub was orange.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
you get a 30-minute nap and you go back out the next day. Man, I wish I was 20 again.
Bill,
Yeah.
Bill
Yeah,
did,
that was, in 2007, they were taking footage for Soldiers of Pain at that time.
Yeah.
And then 2008, they took a lot of footage for Soldiers of Pain. Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, we played for Wetworks at the SPPL. I think it was 2000. Hell, I don't even remember now. 2006. Is that when the SPPL was?
7 and
6 and 7.
Yeah.
6 and 7.
Yeah.
We got destroyed up there as far as SPPL wise, but it was pretty cool. Like Psycho Clown Posse was there, and
Yeah.
some of those guys that you used to see in magazines and stuff.
Guys you looked up to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
tangled up with some of them guys. They's a pretty good group.
Yeah.
Bill, can you imagine looking up to Psycho Clown Posse's Zach Arbuckle? Then you meet him in person. The disappointment.
He's an odd duck, but
He's a nice
but
guy.
we love him. He's Zach. The first time I seen him in person, he was wearing a pink tutu, and yeah, he. I don't think his parents spent very much money on ballerina lessons.
Danny Clark, if you're listening, you better take notes. I want to see you in the pink tutu.
Yeah. So, and he was like, "Why did you make me an admin on old school paintball guns?"
Yeah.
And it was like, because I needed people that I could trust and that really don't have an agenda, and I need different regions. I didn't want all my admin coming from the
Missouri.
same place.
Yeah.
I wanted them scattered so we have a variety.
Yeah.
Sounds like my kind of guy.
Yeah.
So, but he's a Psycho Clown Posse member now.
Yeah. He'll be at Monte Casino here in a month or so. Yep.
Yeah. If you guys have the opportunity to go out to that game, that's it's in Illinois. So it's a little closer than D-Day, but it's very similar to D-Day. And it's a good time. The field owners are
Fantastic.
yeah, fantastic. Free camping, free firewood, free showers, free hot showers on site.
They got free chow one night.
Yeah, they even give you free food one night. So, and if you can join a pump tournament, and I think they provide all your guns, and then first place wins a new gun. So,
Yep.
That's all.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's over in Root House, Illinois.
Brew House, Illinois. So for me, it's I was trying to think of how far it was from Kentucky. I think it's only like northern Kentucky, like 6.5 hours.
Yeah, so it'll probably be around 8 for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've played with all kinds of guns, but when I get aggravated and I feel like I can't do anything, I get my Phantom. I get my pump back out. Like,
There you go.
I just always shot better with a pump,
Yeah.
But if you guys get that opportunity, there's a lot of great people that play there. It's a pretty mellow game, right? It's an exciting game, but there's no drama, right? People aren't fist fighting in the parking lot and drop down, drag out arguments with refs on the field because they just won't deal with it, right? You start getting in the way and causing drama, they just tell you to hit the road.
You're out
Yeah.
here.
That's the way it should be. You know, I'm not calling any place out, but sometimes you get a lot of people like that, and you'll get a lot of guys that end up drunk, and they come and crash your tent while you're asleep and while you're in it. You know, it's like, what are you doing? Go on, get out of here.
Yeah. It's a good event, though. It's a good event.
Highly recommended.
If you haven't played it, you should try it at least once. If not this year, maybe next year or something. But
When is it?
Yeah.
what is it? April when, Bill?
April 26th and 27th, I think.
Yeah, I will not be able to make it this year. It's a daddy-daughter dance for my daughter, so I can't.
Yeah.
But,
We just had that here.
yeah, I wish they would have it like now so that I could go there then. But Bill just
You
has
know, everyone wants to see you in a tutu, Kenny.
to. That's fine.
That's
I'll wear
true.
it. If we get the views, I'll wear it. Museum awareness. I'm fine with whatever.
25th and 26th.
25th, 26th
Of April.
of April.
Yep.
And how much
You know-
is paintballs? Because I know they're not terribly overly priced.
No, it's pretty dang cheap, actually.
Get like $60 a case or something. It's not terrible. It's no $30 like it was in 2007, but
We always, you know, we heard about a lot of these different scenario games and stuff, and we always wanted to go up with Blues Crew and play at the castle. Well, we never got to, but we always thought that'd been awesome.
Yeah, that's a historical field.
Yeah.
yeah, nice field. But yeah, so that's something you guys could do if you ever have the opportunity. Who's the generals this year? Dan Colby and Tim.
Yep, Tim Schloss and Dan Colby.
Dan Colby was the creator of Air America, or now Immortal Air, and Tim Schloss obviously did the Tiger Stripe camouflage paintball clothing.
When I was out there at Elite Weekend, there was some guys, and they were shooting at me, and I'd registered as a sniper out there, and they was like, "He's over there. He's got the Tiger Stripe on." Tiger Stripe didn't go with anything in Salt Lake City, Utah, but I still wore it.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You needed that desert tiger stripe.
Yeah, that Meals was it Meal Slim? I can't remember the name of it now.
Yeah. No, they actually make tiger stripe desert. Right now, the Afghanis are wearing it. Somebody left a shitload of it there for them for some reason.
that's weird.
Yeah.
Probably ate up with lice or something, so just left it.
I don't know. I don't know what the agenda was, but they got it all.
Yeah, we could have used some for paintball. Shoot, we should have took a U-Haul over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Tim, he's got tied up and started another paintball adventure.
Yeah, I had last year, a good friend of mine. I've been wanting to play, man, for a long time again, dude. I was getting the itch.
Yeah.
And there's a paintball field opened up about 12 minutes from us. And a buddy of mine, Kyle Mullins, he said, "Hey, man, I'm going to go down here and play paintball at 11 o'clock. You ought to come." I was like, "Bro," I said, "you ain't got to twist my arm."
Yeah.
I went down there and played with some rental guns, man. The place is called Battle Zone. It's here in Kentucky off exit 49.
Okay.
And I went down there that weekend, and the next weekend I went again. The weekend after that I went again. And about a week or two after that, I went and bought a whole setup from a guy from Cincinnati. Yeah, I just got hooked all over again, man. And I got playing down there, man. It's a great group of people. Man, they treat you like family, give you the shirt off their back. And I got down there playing, and there were some guys up from Tennessee come up there to play. And Corey Cosby, I believe, is in your chat here. I got talking to him.
Yeah.
And he said, we got talking about woods ball and everything. And he said, I'm on a team called the Mercenaries. He said, we're wanting to expand up here. I was like, man, that's cool. He said, he said, from talking to you and playing, he said, would you be interested in being over the Kentucky Mercenaries? I was like, man, absolutely, bro. So, I'm over the Kentucky Mercenaries now, and we got a really good group of people. And we got the 13 Legionnaires there from Tennessee. And, yeah, I made Danny Clark go broke again. So the Legionnaires were like sister teams. We play with them. They were the Mercenaries and Legionnaires are Tennessee, I think North Carolina, and Kentucky. We got a pretty good group of people, man. Everybody takes care of everybody.
Yeah.
All good people. We're actually going Friday. I'm leaving to Virginia to play North versus South, and we just got back from Red versus Blue last month. We played in that Blizzard.
Yeah.
It was an epic game, and my first big scenario back, I went to Boulder Gap.
Oh, okay.
Me and Danny Clark, we went, and so we drove down there through the downpour rain. We got there at 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. We slept in the truck that night, got up, geared up, ready to go. And Brandon McNutt, he's over the Tennessee Mercenaries there.
Yeah.
But the poor old Danny played 5-10 minutes and fell in a big hole up there and hurt himself.
Oh.
Sound like Kyle Riddle.
Yeah, that was karma for us talking about old little Kyle. But I tell you what, Folda reminded me a lot of D-Day in a way. Honestly, that's why I've been telling him. I said, man,
A lot of the same people.
Yeah, and Josh Corray with J4 Paintball. He's one of the mercenary paintball sponsor. He's our gun sponsor. He's from what I've been told, he's supposed to be coming out with another gun this year sometime. But great people, man, all around. Everybody I've met with the Tennessee and the North Carolina guys, man, everybody's been amazing. And the Battle Zone family, dude, down here, some of the most awesome people you'll ever meet. If you ain't got it, they'll do everything they can to hook you up.
Yeah, I noticed when I was playing that Kentucky guys, if you go the further south in Kentucky, the better the paintball player.
Yeah.
This is my boy Coben. He just got out of the shower, but
he's take a picture.
He's I'm about to get him into some paintball, I believe.
All right. One step at a time. You got to have a tail gunner.
That's right.
Yeah.
He's pretty dangerous, dude. He can shoot anything. If it shoots, he can shoot it. Whether it's a slingshot, pellet rifle, or BB gun, he's dead eye with it now.
Born killer.
Yeah.
Jason Bourne there.
She was talking about the field down in London, Battle Zone there. It's a great place. We had, maybe 20 acres down at the field.
Probably close to that, yeah.
And this old lady from Florida, she still lived in Florida. She said, as long as you guys don't leave no trash, you can play there and do whatever you want. And
we did whatever we wanted.
man, we had 3 or 4 bridges, and we had a 3-story fort. We had 2 separate woods ball fields, and like one was real thick and the other one was pretty open.
Yeah, you had to go through a big old field to get to the main fort.
We had a lot of teams coming in from all over playing there. We hosted a scenario game every month, and by this time, man, we hosted a Black Hawk Down game, and there was over 100 people there.
Yeah, that was a good time.
My mom, she's passed away now, but all the guys remember my mom coming down there, and this scenario was like 6 or 8 hours. It was long. It was just full of people.
Yeah.
And her and Dad had come down to the field, and they had a grill and some hamburger, and she's like, "Oh my God, Bradley, I thought it was just you guys." She, we was all in break, and she's like, "All right, guys, $5 all you can eat, but I got to go to the store." So her and Daddy went back and fixed hamburgers and hot dogs for like 100 and something people, and $5 all you could.
Yeah,
it was awesome.
It was awesome. Whenever his mom would cook just for the 4 of us, man, there'd be enough for 20 people to eat.
There's not a problem with that.
Nope.
Bill, you're getting ready to host a game at your field here for the anniversary of paintball, right?
Yep. Yeah, it's a 26 and 27.
Wow.
Do what?
You got barbecue too.
Yep, we have barbecue. Yep.
I like barbecue.
Yep.
Let's see here. Talk to me about a whole set of the field. That's cool. I'm looking for training. Okay, good. Good to hear. Thank you. Brandon?
Yeah, we built 2 new fields actually for that game. So that way there's going to be almost every type of paintball field that you could possibly want to play on. And then on Saturday, people don't have to play it, but we have a 20-acre field set up where it's just all natural woods, and you have to have either a Splatmaster, a Nell Spot, or a Sheridan PGP, and you can play in that game, and it'll be everybody against everybody, you know, and you got to go around collecting armbands, and then the flags will be on scattered throughout the field, just like the original game was played. So that's the 45th anniversary of paintball, and my field's been there for 41 years, so it's never changed hands and has never moved. So I'm pretty proud of that.
Yeah, Bill does a great job down there.
Yeah. We just got the second awning built off one of our 40-foot storage containers today. We actually got it finished.
Great.
And so Cole was busy man. He got it all up by himself. It was pretty cool.
Y'all really tapered down around here, and there for years, man. There wasn't nobody and no fields.
You had to travel to play.
Yeah.
It was bad, man. I hated it, and I got rid of a lot of my stuff, and some of the stuff that I kept, man, I don't know where it's at now. So like I said,
it'll be a surprise. You'll go through a box in the garage in about 5 years, and you'll find something. And go, whoa!
Yeah, I found some of my pod packs. Man, I can't find my old special ops gear or nothing.
Oh,
it's somewhere.
If you didn't sell it, I found this today.
Siphon tank.
Heck yeah.
There's still air in it, and I can hear it move around. I'm going to put that on my SMG 60. That it's for display.
Yeah.
That was provided by Tittman because there's the black valve.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't have a huge sponsor or anything like that for gear, and Chippy and his aunt made our first T-shirt.
My grandmother.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had those black T-shirts that RPG Extreme Paintball Group on it.
Yeah.
We couldn't make enough of them.
Yeah, and then whenever we started the Black Ops, our jerseys, Danny Clark, he had somebody embroider Black Ops on the front and our numbers and then our names on the back.
Yeah. That's sometimes you just had to make do with what you had. I'm sure Bill's got some janky equipment in storage there.
Corey, he's the one that designs our mercenary jerseys now, and he does a really good job with them. Man, I wish I would have brought one to show you, but
there's so
our first patch, the first 2 patches that we had made, they were handmade from an embroidery company. But she didn't have an embroidery machine, so she had to, hand stitch it.
Wow.
And I actually found one on eBay, and there was only 15 made, and I only gave one away to people that I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I knew them, and but yeah, it was sitting right here. Yeah.
We tried to get patches, but that's awesome.
And you could tell each one's handmade because none of them look the exact same. That the horned helmet, it was different every time.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that on eBay and I was like, "What the hell? Where the hell did that come from?"
How much was it going for?
Yeah, but the woman that made those, like 3 months after that patch was made, she died of cancer. So she owned a company called Beds Embroidery. Here in Springfield, Missouri, and it's kind of I don't even remember what she charged us. We lost money every time we sold one. So
one of my early paintball shirts, right? It's just iron-on letters.
That's what ours was.
Yeah, that's what ours was.
Yeah.
The letters were separate individual letters, so
Yep.
it was all.
Ironed them
Yeah,
all.
it was a little wavy, but they looked nice at the time.
Yeah, this was state of the art.
Yeah.
All my kids play travel sports and stuff like that, and I've helped coach and things. And man, these people that make jerseys and shirts and patches and canopies and a truck, if you want it, everywhere now.
Oh yeah.
But back then, it was going to be like $500 to get a patch made, and I was like,
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, Mean Gene. Mean Gene is the sponsor of tonight's show, owner of War Game Products, Autocockers.
Hey, Gene.
Thanks,
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
You be all right to show that M1 there, Kenny?
Yeah, anything you want. It's your show. We're just here.
Yeah, I'm just here for a good time, man.
What you got?
He's got a beautiful Tipman 98.
Yeah,
Modified to an M1.
Take me out, bro.
He has both eyes.
we milled it out and put the cocker on the right side like a 30 carbine.
Yep.
Me and it was mostly JC, but quite a bit of my ideas that went into it. But JC, John Cooley from Rowland Paintball, which is full plastic jacket. And I think those guys are still going now, but he's the main builder. I took that up to Elite Weekend with me. It's what I used, and you should have seen what the guys from Tittman were saying about it. They just couldn't get over it. They just thought it was awesome. Being Tittman, I thought he was going to buy it.
Yeah, he would have bought it all right. And then you would have seen them all mass produced.
Uh-huh.
I got there's my spray painted Phantom there.
Beautiful.
When I get mad at people, that's what I usually drag out because I can't shoot anybody out, so I get the Phantom.
Yeah. He usually gets ran down during a 12-gram change.
I do.
Yeah.
You can't. That's what happens when you're playing with CS2s and 3s, and I'm over here swapping 12 grams and
With one leg.
one leg. You got me about 8 times. They got me good that day.
He got
He said, "I knew you was over there, man. I had to get you out before you got back on me."
Yeah.
Yeah, how Brad was talking about when we first started playing, we was getting these kids in, that was troubled kids, and giving them something to do.
Yeah.
I was talking to Luke here the other day. He brought an idea, get the people that are kind of down and out, bring them out, let them play, give them like a little brotherhood. Do that, 'cause, I mean, everybody needs a hobby. It's really go out there and you takes your mind off everything, and it don't matter what's going on in the world. You're out there having a good time shooting people.
Man, these guys that we linked up with, Kyle Mullins, Kyle Riddle, Tim Go, just tons of guys. Like, we don't always talk every day, but if they walked in the door right now, it'd be like, "Hey, what's up, dude?"
Yeah.
Just never miss a beat.
You make a paintball friend, man, that's a friend for life.
Yeah.
Especially if you're traveling with them and stuff,
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people out there, man. I've met a lot of great people, especially back in the day, but now here recently, man, there's been a lot of really good people I've met.
The paintball world's changed so much for me. I don't even know where I'm at right now.
Yeah. I will say that paintball guns and stuff seem like really, really nice compared to what we started out with,
They don't sell Nelson paint. I don't care how hard you look, you ain't gonna find no nail spot nowhere.
I've been looking for nail splat since I started.
Yeah,
I need my blue paint back.
What kind of paint are you gonna use? I'll use that Anarchy. What? I'm still stuck back in the early 2000s, I guess.
Yeah, it was a good time. The late 90s, mid 90s, late 2000s. There it is.
There you go.
Yeah, man.
we had eventually we ended up getting a bunch of sponsors for the paintball team. Pizza Hut here in town sponsored us. That was a pretty big deal.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
we got sponsored by a local hobby shop, Discovery Hobby in Compy Creek, and Precision Paint. That's right. But we would get it for like 25 a case,
Yeah.
30 a case.
We got it at cost.
Oh man, we was high on the hog then.
Yeah. We thought we was cool stuff, but we had like 3 or 4 sponsors.
Yeah. Well, that's you guys though. See, that's done right. It's very rare to have out of industry sponsors like that.
Yeah.
So you guys must have been, doing a pretty good job,
Or somebody
see-
Yeah, we got a newspaper and everything down here, for doing what we done back in the day.
Yeah.
And so a woman hit me up. I think it was on MySpace back then, and she said, "Hey, so I see y'all play paintball. So I like to do an article on you guys." I was like, "Well, that's awesome, man. Yeah." So I sent her a couple pictures, and we kind of explained to her, everything that we was doing with, kids, people that had behavior disorders and stuff like that, and we was getting them in there and playing, getting them something to do. And I believe that helped out a lot of them kids a lot, because as he stated earlier, his mom watched his kids, and I believe you could tell a pretty big change taking them out there and just doing something with them.
When you get mad, just letting all that out, the stress, and these kids, they'd been through crap anyway.
Yeah.
For them to go out there and shoot somebody in the throat, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah.
But we done like leadership drills, and we done sniper clinics and light rifleman clinics, and we just always doing something,
Yeah. Try to make it to the fort before I do.
Yeah, that's.
I believe
that's
not
all-
anybody do that for now.
Yeah.
Um,
So, go ahead.
that we were talking about Rowan, those guys had invited us up one time for this impenetrable fort they had built, and it was just in a patch of woods,
It was set up like a castle about it.
Yeah. And well, we went up there and we held this fort for like an hour and a half. The only reason they ever got in it was because we all ran out of paint.
Yeah. We was ran out of air, and we was throwing paintballs from the fort. And then a couple of us had the fat boy grenades. We took them out there, and then it was probably about an hour or so, and they finally made it in.
Oh,
And then we switched sides. How long did it take?
It was like 12 minutes
Yeah.
that we took it.
We took 15 minutes.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way we played back then, man, we overwhelmed you. We come in and just overwhelmed you. We was just like a fast response SWAT team, basically. We come in there just hauling ass.
They wouldn't ever put Chippy and I together. They was like, you two can't be on the same team. That's just stupid.
Yeah. Yeah. We walk through the woods and we fire off a shot at each other and wave, and then just walk past each other.
yeah.
Now, when you guys got those patches at D-Day, did you guys get one of those also?
I have one.
I didn't get one of them. I just got the Axis patch and the Woodland Warriors.
Yep. Oh, sweet. All right. Well, yeah, that's the good one. That's the old school. Yep. Heck yeah. Well, I'll after the show, send me your address and I'll send you one. So
All right.
All right, man, I appreciate
I
that.
don't have very many of them left, but I've still got a couple.
Yeah, definitely. I appreciate that. Yeah, my wife, she made me a shadow board, so I got to sit up in my garage with all my D-Days, all the events that I've been to, and then I'm adding to it now again with mercenaries as we go through this endeavor.
There's another place. It was on up Lawrenceburg, not Harrodsburg. The Hell House.
Oh, it's an old distillery.
Yeah, it was 3 or 4 stories, man.
Yeah,
and
I remember that place. I never got to go to it, but yeah, I remember that. I remember them talking about that. Gosh dang it. I can't remember the guy that was trying to get us hooked up to go there. If I hear his name, I'll recognize it instantly, though.
Roland was the one that got us in there. Roland Stanton.
Yeah, no, it was.
We had a guy. His name was Phil Connect, and he worked for Frankfurt Fire, and he was a SWAT medic for Frankfurt. And he went through a bunch of like close quarter stuff with us, and man, we, aside from the trip mines that were set up, we were awesome in that place.
Yeah, and the slippery stairs.
Yeah, the booby traps was awful.
Yeah, so they set it up as a scenario. They had a little tape player that was playing the whole time we was playing, and it was pitch black in there, and they had strobe lights, and they had like plastic hanging from the ceilings. They started us in the bottom in the basement with our hands zip tied behind our back, and they had our guns all over the building. So whenever the game started, you had to free yourself from them zip ties, and you got out of the room, and you just found a gun. Whichever gun you found was the gun you was going to use. I got lucky, and I found one of our buddy, his ion, that it had a virtue board and stuff in it, which we turned everything down because it was a no surrender game. And you just imagine 40 people going at it in the pitch dark with strobe lights, and like you say surrender, and you'll hear, well, hell no. The guns are blazing, man.
That I mean, they do all right, I guess, but they played nothing but like kill switched engaged the whole time.
Yeah.
Like I was ready to stab somebody, like legit stab people.
Yeah.
The music had me so hyped up,
Yeah.
But it was so loud, and smoke grenades, and oh man,
it got down to like the last 2 minutes. I found this tape recorder, and I come running. It was on the very top floor, and I come running through there, and I'm like, I got it. And I hit them stairs, and I slid on them stairs, and I fell all the way down to the bottom of them stairs, and I sit there kind of dazed and confused. I was like, I still got it. I come out of there, I showed them that I had everything, which it was wild. I was sore for a couple of days after that one. Yeah.
Do you guys you remember Condors paintball?
Yeah.
Over E-Town.
Yeah.
That was I would say that was probably the first real big
That was the first big field.
that we really went to.
That was back in the day, though.
It's still going though. Condors is still happening.
It is.
And then
that's when you fell down that trench on your neck.
Yeah. There's still a few fields around. I think that they're about to get Asylum up and going again.
A couple more years, they'll have her open.
Yeah. 10 years, it'll be back,
Yeah. You guys know Chuck Link?
I don't know.
Yeah. He plays a lot in Kentucky, Tennessee area. He's been around forever.
I don't know. Does he play with a certain team or?
Yeah. Let me.
Got to dig through them there.
There's a field that had started up down in Somerset. It was Cumberland paintball then, and it was indoor, and man, we wore that place out.
Yeah.
And people they'll pay to play indoor. It's like that movie Field of Dreams. If you build it, they'll come.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was a school in Corinth, Kentucky, that I got to play at once, and it was a schoolhouse, 3-story schoolhouse. So you had a classroom every 20, 30 feet.
Yeah.
And corridors, and they occasionally busted holes through some of the walls in the classrooms, or at least bowling ball size holes in the wall. And it was a rough one. They weren't very legit. You'd show up and they'd be like, all right, shoot over in that field. And you'd shoot and they'd be like, you're good, go on in. And they're like, what was that? And they're like, oh, we're just making sure you're not shooting too hot. And I'm like, well, how in the world do you know? And they're like, oh, we know. I guarantee I was hit with some paintballs at point blank range at 400 feet per second. I guarantee it.
And when we started, like the faster you could shoot, the better.
Yeah. That's back in the golden days when everybody was shooting 20 balls a second.
That's when you had a 20-inch barrel on your tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, reach out and touch them.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I told Chippy, I said, dude, when I get going again and really get back into this, I'm going to have to try to figure out how to find an Empire Twister barrel and put it on whatever gun I'm shooting.
I believe you're right, Danny. I believe it. I believe he was.
Yeah.
I brought Danny out of retirement before, and we drove 3 hours, man, to play out here with a guy that I worked with back in the day, and I believe it was that Chuck guy. I
Yeah.
believe he's right there.
Bill looks focused.
Yeah.
And then the mercenaries that you're a part of there, they have a chapter, I think, based here in Michigan, out of Hell Survivors.
Yeah, I think I'm not 100% positive. We have I believe you're right there.
Which is in
That's
Michigan.
a big ordeal too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lightning strike.
yeah. Out of Adrian, Michigan.
yeah, about that area.
Yeah, yeah. There's a guy. I think one of them guys are going to North versus South with us, or a couple of them.
Yeah, bunch of good playing guys there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chuck played on Lightning Strike. It looks like, and he's got another organization right now, but I can't remember. For some reason, I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, it'll come to you about 2 a.m.
Probably.
You'll roll
That's what-
over and yell it.
That's the way my head works. So I have to go in here and tell my wife, like, hey, I remember this guy, dude. And she's going to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Should I go back to bed? Who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bill's wife just puts earplugs in and she goes, yes, dear.
She's already asleep. She gets up. She goes to work at 4 a.m. So
So do other people.
why would you do that?
I know, it's a job.
That's kooky talk.
Right?
That's too early.
Yeah, but I'm home by 2:30.
Yeah.
Sometimes, not tomorrow, but sometimes.
Be late tomorrow.
I can't be late.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming on and your hour of the evening here. And let's see. I remember Chuck being on team something with a fox. Could be Fox's Den.
No. Might have been a wolf,
Yeah. I don't know.
but yeah, it's something like grumpy old man or something. They're all old now. Well, actually, I think I'm on their group. Hang on a second. I kind of resemble that remark.
Jackson, this thing.
I've noticed when you run into the older guys that used to play, like, they might be slower, but they haven't lost it, you know.
Yeah.
I need to. I went out and played, and I'm an amputee now, and I really surprised myself. The wife, she said, "If you come home crying, I don't want to hear it."
Saber wolves.
Saber Wolf, Bill?
No, not saber wolves. I know them.
You know those old guys.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Brad went and lost 25 pounds the hard way.
Well, you got to do it somehow, I guess.
Well,
Oh
But they're
man.
still here. They're
that's
still
fact.
here.
That's a fact.
We really appreciate you guys having us. It's been pretty cool to kind of share our experience, and like I said, it was some of the most fun we've had, and
Yeah.
we really done a good thing around here. And it wasn't just Chippy and me; it was just a bunch of us.
Yeah. We had a really good group of guys back in the day, man. We all put in the effort.
We just
They still do.
we
It's older.
Yeah. Yeah. The group of guys we got now, man, they're the same way. And like Luke, he put that bug in there. He said he really wants to, bring in like another brotherhood. Bring people that are down in tough times or something. Bring them in, give them something to do. And that, I told him that's a great idea.
Yeah.
there's 2-3 overdoses a week. I know that doesn't compare to other places, but for here, it's a lot with overdoses and drugs and all that crap. But I felt like we kept a lot of kids out of trouble.
Yeah.
Gave them something to look forward to, and
You get
buying their own stuff.
Yeah. You get somebody into paintball, they can't afford nothing else.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, we had 4 officers. 2 of them got killed and 2 of them got injured a couple days ago from the county next to us. So it's like,
Yeah.
times have changed,
Yeah.
I work with the coroner's office here, and it's every run. I'm worried that I'm going to get a hold of something, or God tells you in the Bible, idle time. It's just waiting to happen. So
Yeah.
paintball gave us a chance to bring other people up, and especially those foster kids. They had a bad way anyway, but
Yeah.
it grew, and we had a good team, and all of us are still good buddies, and we're just old now, older.
Yeah. We went from good buddies to old buddies.
Man, I can't believe I can't find it. They've changed Facebook around so much. I don't know. I can't find him in here.
Yeah.
I know he's got his own group for that.
Hey Kenny, do you got any idea of any games that you'll be going out to here soon? As far as with the museum?
Oh, sorry.
I'll be setting up my museum at Monte Casino. That's my next one.
All right.
But he's got one coming up here in a few weeks, I think. Don't you, Kenny?
I do. We got Toon Wars based at Future Ball.
I'd love to be able to get within range and get out there and see you guys' stuff and all the work that's been put into it. Out there at Spec Ops, I think they were trying to get one gun, like one of every gun made, and it was unreal at the markers that they had out there. I don't know what happened to all of them, but there were hundreds of them. The autococker wall had a few hundred, I believe.
Yeah, I'm looking just on autococker. I'm looking at about 300 of them.
You can send one of them with that patch if you want.
Yeah. all these have a lot of meaning for me. So
Each one children.
You find an old carny in there, that probably don't mean much. You can just ship it down here.
Yeah, there's a carny. Here's.
I think they're prime candidates to go to Root House, Illinois.
Yeah. There's a carny.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Things run like a sewing machine, don't they?
Yeah. This one here is more of an oddity.
Yeah,
That's all.
Not an oddity, artwork.
Yeah.
that's not.
Let's make that bigger, Bill. Let's make that bigger.
Hang on, Bill.
There we go.
That's awesome.
Dude, that's beautiful right there.
Yeah, it's a trigonomics.
Yeah. It's a micro mini cocker.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
You have to wear a tinted lens to play that, baby.
Yeah.
I've got an old tiger shark that I play with. It's got an ultralight barrel on it. It's a pretty awesome outfit. Like nobody expects a tiger shark to shoot like it does, but man, it shoots great with a dye boom stick on it.
I've got it was a prototype vertical feed. Shoot. Not the tiger shark, but the other one.
I know what it is. I can't think of it though.
Stingray.
Stingray? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. It's vertical feed stingray. Yeah.
Got it.
Can you had any run-ins with the Tippmann, the C3s?
Yeah.
Ran on propane?
Yeah.
I got 5 of them here.
Oh my goodness. I've never even seen one, but like in real life. Aside from on the internet, but
We usually bring
I
one,
always thought that was awesome.
and you can dry fire it. Yeah, he's got one in the box there. Yeah.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome. It runs off propane.
Yeah.
Make sure it's off.
I think it gets like 50,000 shots off of a propane tank.
Yeah.
What's Dad into now, Kenny?
We just let him wander.
I wonder.
He won't get lost, will he?
Nah, he's in the building.
He's supposed to be back at the home.
I'll get him there. You can't tell him that. We're going to the appointment.
They're going to be calling you pretty soon. Have you seen him? He's out again.
It's Hamburger Wednesday. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know what he did. Wheelchair. Wheelchair's missing.
Yeah.
Kirby in the parking lot.
No, we didn't put 88 in the museum. Yeah.
Here, show this.
Oh, that's too funny.
It's heavy.
He's found something he wants me to show you.
Yeah, I dug this out.
Here's my trigonomics. Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
I gotta get the glare off of it. Wherever it's at. There it is.
That's awesome.
That's ceramic on that?
No, it's just paint and bronze grips, hand hammered bronze grips.
That's pretty awesome.
How much that thing weigh?
Well, the box weighs about 20 pounds. The gun's pretty light.
You know, there's so many guns and stuff and just items that we had that, you know, I could pay my bills if I still had it by selling this stuff.
Yeah, I don't know if you know, Bill's a multimillionaire, but he doesn't have any money to show for it, except he's got some paintball.
It's all in the paintball stuff.
Invested.
And I'll never sell any of it.
Yeah, but his wife is going to get rich when he dies.
You know, I can't hardly get rid of my stuff. The mice got rid of it for me though.
Squirrels.
Squirrels,
Natural selection, yeah.
they love that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a pair of Slims I've been trying to sell for a while now, but I can't get any takers.
Out there, still in one. It's a do-it-yourself kit. You got to glue it back together.
Yeah, and I'll even throw in the
strap
band. That's
quality.
And
some foam.
there's the foam.
Yeah, they're nice.
So,
nice. Low miles.
Could be yours. Taking offers.
You probably get $500 for that nowadays.
Just for the smell.
Yeah.
Well, I had to make a command decision one time. This was a couple years ago. Well, it's been 5 or 6 years ago probably. And I looked at my JT Reynolds, and I decided it was easier just to buy Valken Reynolds than buy new foam and everything to rebuild the JT Spectras. And I threw away $40,000 worth of pink and blue JT Spectras.
Oh man.
Not knowing that they were worth $40,000.
Well, you know, I don't know how many like pink and purple and just old school JT masks and stuff that I had, and old sandanas and stuff that are going for $200. I was like, here, take it. I don't like that. That thing's ugly. Yeah.
Yeah. At the time, we had bought blue and pink because they didn't have red. And when I threw those pink ones away, they were worth over $400 a piece.
Shoot. Make a man sick one.
I had 20 pair of them. I had almost 20 pair blue, and they were going for like 300.
Yep.
Yeah, it made me sick.
You would have crashed the market, Bill. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, I would have. Oh,
You
I
know, you
would have
can't.
messed everything up.
You're going to pay $80 for foam for some of these old masks. You know, that's just
Yeah.
crazy to me now.
Yep.
Weather
It's-
stripping.
Yeah, weather stripping.
It sure changed a lot, you know, and the
Yeah.
time that I'd backed out.
Yeah, back in the day, to keep our lens from fogging up, we got them little computer fans, put it on our visors, and ran a 9-volt battery back here with a toggle switch. Now they
Yeah,
got thermal lenses and stuff, and people have actual stuff that's made for the mask now to blow in air on their lenses to keep them from fogging.
yeah.
What was the old JT mask that something with a P, maybe? I can't remember.
Proteus.
Proteus, yeah, or something like that. They had a fan, and that was, man, you was a cool kid in the woods for sure with that thing.
They had communication equipment that were made for that system that snapped right in.
Really?
Mhm.
Radio.
We had picked up a sponsor, Earl Casey. He was up in Anderson County. He's passed away now, but he ran a shop, Supply Line Paintball.
Yeah.
And Prime Throat. There you go. Good job, Danny. He'd give us all, I don't know how many Prime Throat mics back in the day. That was, man, that was fancy
Yeah.
for us.
Oh, yeah.
Until I lost it.
Yeah. Squirrel.
Yeah.
Pat.
Yeah.
We had a guy that played with us named Patrick Elliott, and he had played college sports. He was like 6'7", 6'8". He's a little guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He ran our double trouble, and when he wasn't picking paintballs up off the ground or painting butterflies, like he could flat run a double trouble, dude. But we'd run through the work. We'd be going through the woods, and we'd yell, "Hey, Pat, did you see that squirrel?" Well, no. Where's it at?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did start looking. He
No.
was real bad ADHD.
Oh, I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still got our double trouble.
Yeah.
Did he ever have that double trouble down on Utah Beach?
No, we didn't take it to D-Day.
No. We I took my mini up there with me, and you took your A5, didn't you?
I think they fine.
I think he took his A5, and then I think Sam took A5, didn't he?
Yeah.
And then Eddie took a mini. Sam's dad, he took A5 too, didn't he?
Maybe.
I think just me and one other guy was on ones with electric guns, and I think they all just had their just their A5s for the flatline barrel.
Which we had the stocks from Spec Ops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know. That guy that Sam Long was his name that played with us. He went to D-Day, come home and graduated, and I think he's a pilot or something crazy now.
Yeah.
He took it for real.
Yeah, everybody we used to play to is either in or went to the military, or like I think Pat, some kind of nuclear guy now, and everybody went.
Eddie, he's active Air Force.
Yeah, feeling that adrenaline rush, I guess.
Yeah. Paintball saved their lives.
Yeah, we had an Asian kid that used to ride with us in our tank, and he ended up being a heart surgeon.
Yeah, I tell Chippy all the time, like when we're talking about it, I got to ride the Razorback there for a pretty good while. Man, that was awesome.
Yeah,
Riding that thing.
Yeah.
yeah, that's a nice tank.
Pods of tank.
I wonder what happened to those tanks.
I seen the Razorback the other day. Somebody else has got it. I don't like the Panzer wagon and stuff like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I know that if you were anywhere around that Panzer wagon, like you forgot that you were playing paintball because it was legit.
Yeah. Like I telling him how a folder reminded me a lot of D-Day. Something that you get up there in them tanks coming down that road. So you just hear it sounds like a burp gun. That's all you
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah, our tank was street legal, so it still had the exhaust system and everything on it, and it was dead quiet. And we take Teufelsschwein up through that airport area, and there'd be allies walking in front of us, didn't even know we were there until we were like dead behind them. And they turned and looked, and then they looked back forward again, then they'd do the double take, and
Yeah.
it kind of looked like you were in an AT-AT walker if you were driving, because all you seen was the paint coming out of the turret, just coming down, hitting everything, and it's like,
Yeah, I'll never forget them up there. They had that one gun that just sprayed like liquid paint out of the tank.
Yeah.
I thought that was the wildest thing ever. I was like, man, that's crazy, bro.
And
Yeah.
you don't really worry about the paintball players too much. It was the guys that was standing there.
Yeah.
The ones with the rocket launchers. That's the ones you had to get.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just come to me. There was a field, and we'd got sponsored by this field, and we had to go up and work it once or twice a month or something. It was Paintball Hill, and it was where was that field at?
In Danville
No,
or Harrisburg.
I can't remember where it was at. Now
Is Danny Clark?
it left.
Danny Clark will know.
It left my mind, but we had to go out there and riff and stuff. But they had a hyperball with the pipes, the corrugated pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Man, they were fun.
No,
Yeah.
Unique sound.
Oh yeah, and that hyperball field, sometimes it'd be 20 on the side. You shoot,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
We was up there working it one day, and they had a birthday party come in there. There's probably, 15, 16 kids?
There's a bunch.
There was, 4 of us, and it's Nicholasville. But them kids come in there, and they said, we want to play your guys. And it was just 4 of us. And like, well, how you want to split teams up? It's like, all of us against y'all. I was like, okay. And the field owner at the time, he said, well, that's y'all's funeral, talking to them kids. They was probably 15, 16 years old. Probably youngest one was probably 13 or 14. So whenever they said go, I took off running. I ran from our home all the way to their home, and I was coming up behind them. And I walked up beside him. I was like, man, where are they at? And I was like, he's over there. It's like, no, I'm right here, man. You're out.
Yeah.
We were out there.
Hey, Kenny, I just sent you some pictures of our new fuel depot. And we put in almost 150, 55-gallon barrels all within. I mean, it's a small field. It's maybe 150 by 100. It's kind of in the shape of a triangle. And all we used was the big IBC totes and then and just bunches of barrels. So if you get those pictures, Kenny, if you can put them up, and
Always pushing it. Limits of my computer here.
I know.
We were out there in Oklahoma, and it was just me and Chippy there at one point, somewhere or another. But they come in with these troop haulers, and they lit like 100 guys out.
The airborne.
It was 101st Airborne, and we were definitely on the wrong side.
Yeah.
So we just hit our arms and hit our guns.
We was laying on our guns. We could reach out and touch these guys. That's how close we were. We just
Yeah.
laid with their face down. They never seen us, man.
You're back in the 210 when they did a drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We was in the wrong part of town for
Yeah.
sure. I was like, dude, don't shoot nobody, whatever you do, because they'll everyone tear us up.
I held my breath for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
There you go, Bill.
Yeah.
That'd be noisy, wouldn't it?
Yeah. And what it is, the one team starts on one side, the other team's on the other, and they've got to get to that center, that big fuel container that's sitting on top of that pod.
Yeah.
And there's 2 blue gas cans, 1 yellow one, and 2 red gas cans. The red team's got to get one of their cans at a time, and then grab the yellow one to win. The blue has to do the same thing, but they can only have one fuel can in transit at a time. They can't snag both of them at once. They have to get one back to their base, then go get the other one, and then go get the third one to win.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Our scenarios were set up with missions like that. Like you had to find PVC pipe containers and like and then you had to find the key, but you had to have this before you could get this.
Oh yeah, yep.
Man, they were hectic, but people loved them. They
Yeah.
were great.
We have a game we call Harry Potter, and I've got it's a wand about a foot long. One's red and one's blue, and the team captains have it. And when you get shot, you got to run back to your team captain, and they tag you with that wand to bring you back to life.
Oh wow,
That's awesome.
Now
Like
it
like
no
a medic.
longer works. If your team captains gets shot, he's dead. You can't resurrect any more people. He's the only one that gets to use it. So it's pretty funny watching everybody watching to see where these dead people are running to, and then they all go after the team captain.
Yeah.
But that's a really fun game to play, especially for birthday parties and church groups. They love playing that game. You'll go through a lot of paint, but
Yeah.
so you don't want to play it all the time. But
I've been telling my guys that I play with, man, like down there at the battle zone we play at, we played a lot of speedball down there, and I might go through a case of paint in a day. I get up here at the scenarios, man, and I'm going through 5 pods in a hopper within 10 minutes. I was like, man, I don't throw paint like this. I said, I usually just take it easy. But I think my buddy Danny Clark, man, has rubbed off on me. His motto's always been accuracy by volume.
oh man, running a tank, you'll go D-Day, you'll go through 15 cases, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, when in the Razorback, there was a guy that was his sole job.
Yeah.
He had done too, but he was just there was cases of paint, and he was trying to spin the turret around, and it was just covered with paint.
Yeah.
But he was just pumping pods out. You might as well have had it on a siphon tube.
Yeah. We try to make our paint count, But I had Larry Cassio. He owned CIA Insurance, and he pulled me aside one time because we were driving our Teufelsschwein, off the D-Day field, and he was like, "That is probably the single most covered item I've ever seen with paint," because it was solid green. There was no spot on it that was not. We just left a trail of paint as we drove by. There was just 2 lines where it was running down the sides and off the back of it. It was horrible.
That turret had a mesh around it, and man, them guys would shoot at me, and that turret. I wanted to just absolutely cut them in half because that paint would hit the mesh and splatter, and it like go right in your mouth or in your ear.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah. We had mesh just in the front, and it was solid, metal in the back. Yeah. So it was pretty funny.
You were talking about that wand, different scenario games and stuff like that. I done forgot what I was going to say now. I had something, I lost it. I'll think of it in a minute. But
Chippy rolling back to the home.
The with the wand, tagging people back in. Was there something about that game?
But Frankfurt with the helmet. Wouldn't play that 24-hour game.
I don't know. It was something that we done here. I just don't remember. I've lost it. It was something that we had done that was kind of crazy like that with the wand, and on the Spec Ops field out there in Utah, you had a chance to drop in mortars, and like a ref would walk around with you, and you had a map, and you'd tell them the coordinates of the field, and they'd 100 feet, 200 feet this way was supposed to have been like arterial strike, and we brought some of that stuff kind of home, and with all our scenarios, always doing something, something crazy, and you got to complete this mission before you can do this one, and just make it fun,
Yeah, we used to do that with calling in airstrikes, but people got so pissed off because they weren't actually getting shot. We had to stop doing that because there were just so many people complaining about it. Because they're not used to true scenario games.
Yeah.
We cater to people that still play paintball. They're not they're not out there for imaginary stuff. They're out there to get shot or to shoot somebody.
The team that we originally linked up with, that Firestorm, they had put on a 24-hour scenario. I mean, there were small intermissions, but that was what it was called. Like, we played all night with the glow sticks.
Yeah, they had our objective was to get a helmet. And the helmet was covered in glow sticks, and so we had a guy that we called him Silent Bob because he never showed up, and so he comes running down this trail. The only light you had was they'd set off mortars in the air, and so you just see a flash, then you see somebody running at you, and so we shot probably 20, 30 people running at us. We shot this one guy, and he was glowing, and he sat there in the middle of that field, and he was just turning around. He said, "Don't shoot me, guys, I'm dead." And he done that for 45 minutes, because whenever you got shot with that helmet, you had to stay there till somebody else come and got it. But we used them as bait, and we was laying them down as they come towards them. Man, it was a great time.
All the boundaries were set up with glow sticks, and every player had a glow stick, and you had to.
Yeah, if you got shot, you had to crack a glow stick, and then you had to go out and then get you another one.
Wow.
Yeah, it was dark. We had our hands on each other's shoulders as we were walking down through there. That's so we wouldn't lose each other.
Yeah.
One of the guys that played with us, he was sitting beside me, and about 15 or 20 minutes in, I hear him over snoring.
We used to cut those light sticks, the infrared light sticks open and splash them on people, and then use our night vision so we could see them.
That's
Because you couldn't see them without the night vision.
Yeah.
Because IR chem lights, they don't. You have to have night vision to see them.
Right.
And that was really funny. There were people getting so mad because they couldn't figure out why they kept getting shot. That's why.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Have you looked at like the marine digital through infrared and stuff?
Yeah.
And night vision, it still disappears pretty good with that night vision.
Yeah, it's a little bit. It's not bad, but it's just the night vision's so good now. You can buy the cheap digital stuff and you're still going to see what you want.
You can buy night vision on Amazon now.
Yeah, TikTok was on.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, gentlemen, I think
yes, we do.
So I got to kick you out now, but I agree with Bricktop there.
You're right. It's just it's hard. People say they want to play it, but then after a day of play, they go back and hit the rack, and you don't see them till the next morning when they're out there eating breakfast.
Yeah.
Well, especially with the older ones, like the older scenarios, they were long.
Yeah.
Who's that? What are we talking about?
Listen, guys, we've had a blast. I really appreciate you letting us in and just the yak
And if you guys have anything with the mercenaries coming up that you want to talk about, hit us up and we'll throw you on here and we'll talk about whatever. And just let me know.
Yeah, we'll do. I'll hook you up with some of the Tennessee guys and let them chat with you a little bit, man. They've been doing it for several years where I've been out for so long,
Yeah.
They'll have a lot more knowledge about, scenarios and stuff that they do. And
yeah, just let me know. We'll fit you in at some point. No big deal. I appreciate you guys coming on though.
Yeah.
Thanks for having us, man.
If you can find me on Facebook, it's William Bailey on Facebook. But I'll send you the stuff for our anniversary game and everything in case you guys want to come up. So,
all right,
free camping and stuff. We're just it's all for fun, so it's nothing super serious. So,
yeah,
that's what we like.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for coming on.
Thank you, man.
All right.
See ya.
See you guys.
All right, there you have it.
I know Kenny's like, we're a half hour over. Jesus, we gotta get the hell out of here.
Lost a half hour of sleep, dude. Anyway, yeah, I appreciate everybody watching tonight. Thanks for hanging in there, for going over.
Yeah.
Good conversation. Just random paintball talk. We could probably talk all night. We just need to get them out to an event like Monte Casino or your game coming up, and you can sit around the campfire and talk all night.
Oh, heck yeah. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess everybody, we'll see you in 2 weeks. And,
Yep. All right. See you guys.
see ya.